feel like my feet are closer to the ground, and that reduces the range of motion. I am taking everything I can get. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while since I've done a vlog and I've kind of been quiet if you just follow me on YouTube. But if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm still lifting and I'm still doing all the things that I usually do. Basically, after high school nationals, I've been doing a hypertrophy phase, so focusing more on muscle building and less on strength, more accessory work, and just overall more training volume. So not very heavy squat, bench, deadlift numbers when compared to meet prep, which was me going for higher numbers every single week basically. But I've just done like 8 weeks or so of hypertrophy and it's like the end of a block. I actually did hit a 705 weekly total this week, so I'm really happy with that I can still hit such high numbers even in like such a high fatiguing state that I'm in right now, because it is the end of a block and I'm deloading next week. So anyway, just gonna go over some of my lifts and a few technique changes I made, since I'm always doing that and I'm always trying to get better at what I'm doing. And also, I did get new shoes for deadlifts and I will talk about those after my lifts. So first of all, I'm just gonna go over rep PRs from like 2 weeks ago. So first of all, I did squats for 4 reps at 240 pounds, which ended up being at around RP 8. I actually wasn't feeling that well that day, so I did 240 instead of 245. And looking back, I could have had done 245. It was just maybe a stretch of a RPE by 0.5 or 1 RPE rating. Also, if you want to learn about RPE and what that is, my last video was all about that, everything you need to know about RPE, so check that out if you want to learn about RPEs. So that was July 23rd when I hit that 240 for 4 squat PR. And then on July 24th, I did some deadlifts at 260. I did 3 sets of 3, and that is also rep PR. And the last set only ended up being around RP 7.5, which is really good. Alright, and then the week after that for squats, I did 255 for 3 on July 30th. And I did misgroove the second rep and the set ended up being RP 8.5, which I think could have been lower if I didn't misgroove the second rep, but that is still a really big rep PR. In the past, I think I've done 250 for 3, but the RP was way higher. I think it was like almost RP 10. So yeah, that's really good. And on that same day, I did some bench singles and I went all the way up to 160, which ended up being RP 8.5 that day. And I haven't touched anything higher than 153-ish after my meet. For me, it does take a while to get used to heavy weight. So I was really happy that I hit that 160 bench because my max is 165. And then the next day on July 31st, I did deadlifts. I did 265 for doubles and did 2 sets of that. Okay, this week, which was basically full of rep PRs and just like an overall really good week, even though I am carrying a lot of fatigue. So anyway, on my day 1, which was August 3rd, for squats, I did 230 for 5, which was RP 8.5, and that is a rep PR. On August 4th, I did some deadlifts at 245 for 4, and that is also rep PR, and that's it ended up being only RP 6.5. And also, I can't forget about this, but like on that day, there was this guy next to me and he shouted at me for dropping my deadlifts, which I obviously do not drop my deadlifts. Like, I don't let go because that's against the rules and I train as how I compete. But he was like, "You're dropping your deadlifts, blah blah blah," and he's like, "You're so loud, you're bothering me," whatever. If you want to read more about it, it's on my Instagram on one of my posts, probably like 3 posts or 4 posts ago. But anyway, that was really funny. And then on August 6th, which is my day 3 workout, I did 265 for 2 on squats, and that was like around RP 9. Really happy with that, and that is definitely a rep PR. I tried 260 in the past for 2 and I didn't get the second rep, so 265 for 2 at RP9 is a big win for me. And then also on the same day, I did some really good bench singles. So I did 155 for my first bench single, and that was like RP 8. And I did 160. And then I did 163, which was around RP 9, and the pauses weren't that good, but I still tried and it wasn't a bounce. And then for my last bench single, I did 165, which is my max. So I timed my max and that was RP 9-ish. So yeah, bench is really good. Lastly, for one of my big rep PRs, I did 275 for 2 on August 7th, and I did 2 sets of that. And also I wear my mask at the gym, and I usually take them off for the set, but sometimes I just forget. And then after that, I did 2 sets of 245, which is what my top set was on day 2. So it basically ties my rep PR. Okay, so just a few things about technique and what I've changed and that kind of stuff. On squats, I don't think I changed much. I'm still doing the same thing as I always said in my videos. So yeah, I don't think technically my squat has changed much. Bench, my technique is the same. So in the past, when my bench press, it was always, if I can't get it off the chest, then I can't get it up. There's no way I grind and like push through a lift for several seconds. It's just like I get it up this much and then it goes back down and I can't get it up, right? So I can't push and use my muscles, which was always the problem for me. But this time for my bench singles a few days ago, I actually felt like I could use my muscle and like actually push the weight up, which is what we want, and that's really good. And I think that's because I've been doing Larsen presses, and because when I do Larsens I have an increased range of motion that trains me to use my muscles more when the bar is closer to my chest. And if you guys don't know what Larsen presses are, they're just basically bench press but with your legs out, not like feet up. Feet up is more putting your feet on the bench, but just like feet straight out like in the video. So yeah, and for deadlifts, I've been using baby powder on my thighs almost every single workout, and that has really helped the bar slide on my thighs more. I'm having the bar closer to me, which is what you're supposed to do because you don't want the bar to be far away. That would create a lot of torque and make the lift harder. So the bar is closer to me now, and it's basically like gliding up my thighs, but in no way am I hitching the bar or like resting the bar on my thighs, but it's just gliding on it the whole time. That actually makes the lift easier. And like also thinking of bringing my hips forward faster, so thinking of like the deadlift as a vertical hip thrust, which has really helped. And then also I got new shoes. I got these Notorious Lifters, and these are deadlift slippers. So this is not sponsored at all. I've just seen a lot of good reviews on this, and I've used it for a few workouts and I think it's really good. Of course, there are other options out there. When I wear these, I feel much closer to the ground. Also, my Converse are just like torn apart because I used to do lunges in them. So don't do lunges in your Converse because like it breaks this part of your shoe, and every single time it rained my feet would get wet because the shoe leaked. So anyway, yeah, that's why I got these. So far they're really good. I feel like my feet are closer to the ground and that reduces the range of motion. I am taking everything I can get, and then because I feel like I'm closer with the ground, I can really feel like my feet are driving into the ground as I hinge the bar up. So like the deadlift is more like a push movement with me pushing my feet into the ground, pushing my knees back, pushing my hips forward, so it's more of a hinge. And since I haven't been doing squat, bench, and deadlift that much as I would do in like meet prep, for example, there's like not a lot of technical things that I work for these lifts, but I've been doing a lot of accessory work and growing a lot of muscle. I'm trying to put on some weight because if you watch my meet vlog, you know that I was really underweight for my weight class. I compete in 63 kg, which is around 138. At my meet, I weighed 128, which was an accident because I don't like eating a lot on vacation. But now I weigh around like 132, 133. So I'm trying to gain weight and grow muscle. So yeah, that's basically what I've been up with. I'll try to put out more vlogs. Sometimes I just think my lifts are boring, so I just don't make videos of it. But yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want to stay up to date with my lifts. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, and also please comment down videos you want me to make, because sometimes I'm out of video ideas and like I just don't make videos. So yeah, comment down what you guys want to see, like any questions you have and that kind of stuff, and I'll try my best to help out. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on all my videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.